There was a time in April where he did, in honesty and in openness, come to you and ask for £5,000.
Yes.
What was the subject of that discussion, sir?
He asked for a £5,000 loan, so he didn't have to draw a wage, and so I was happy enough to give that because we were 50-50. The conversation, we would draw a wage as and when, if there was any money in the business.
Understood.
Equal.
You did hand over the £5,000. Did you do it entirely free of a written agreement?
No, John actually wrote the agreement up himself.
Now, can you identify to me when the money was due? When's the loan up?
It was due on the 4th of April 2017.
Understood. In other words, it was a loan of a year.
Yes.
Did you convey to Chris what financial difficulty you were in?
Yes, Chris knew that I was living on the last of my savings.
You, from your application, have a different view. First £5,000 you give him in April. What happened in May?
Comes with his hand out again. Can I have another £5,000 because I'm tight on cash?
And you said, don't be utterly absurd. You've just had £5,000 from me. £2,500 is enough for the month, certainly where we are geographically. The business has just started. It's not turning a profit yet. That demonstrates to me that you are a financial risk. Goodbye, John. I need to call Pat.
No.
Well, what did you do?
Foolishly, I gave him another £5,000 loan.
Now, at this stage, did you add anything on to this initial agreement?
No.
All I've got is this.
Yes.
I presume, therefore, bearing in mind, John, you drafted the first agreement, you put together a subsequent contract setting out that he lent you a further £5,000.
No, it never got done.
It never got done? Who's it, and why did it never get done? You did the first one, why not do the second one?
I honestly can't answer
Now,
why it didn't get done. We were quite busy at the time.
you can't have been that busy, sir. In April, you had
Really?
Talking!
Sorry.
In April, you had £5,000. That's a big salary, right? That's in excess of £50,000 a year. In May, you had another £5,000 of his money. I'm sure it was purely coincidental that he'd won in excess of 300,000 on the Euro lottery. Just incidental. Or some money. How was the business until then?
It was slowly. I was going out and actually driving for the company because...
That's what you do when you start a business. Yes. Understood. But was it going OK?
It was going OK.
What happened in August?
I wasn't in charge of the money. I wasn't putting myself into that position. I should have done, but I was naive and I didn't. I let John deal with the money.
He
and
dealt with the
account.
administration. You'd been an HGV driver. He'd worked in an office.
Yes.
He knew how to work all of the systems, all of the various software where you could go online and look at the spreadsheets.
Yes.
To you, it was Greek and you had to learn it.
Yes.
Understood? So in August, you go online and you make a little discovery. What do you discover?
I discovered that John had taken over £4,010 out of the business account without my say-so. So in total, John had had £14,000 in 5 months. And then when I questioned John on it, I was quite aggressive. I was rather angry, like I think probably anyone would be. John's argument was, it's expensive to live in Colchester.
For more Judge Rinder cases, click here. And if you've got a legal issue yourself, get in touch with us by clicking over here.